And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll run it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
30. Go, go!
Quick give. It's James. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here we go. Go, go! Go, go!
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. He goes down. He needed to get forward to pick up that first down, and now they've got a decision to make on 4th. And the Monarchs will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Way up to the 36.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready, ready. Wide, 53. Why did he go?
Might as well run him again. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Falcons come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He's going to change things up against this defensive look.
Where did he go?
They'll throw on 3rd and short. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lee. Slips through the line. He's got it out.
Yards at a time. What a great job on the return, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's Jackson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This drive see if they can be more productive this time around.
Go, go!
From the gun, it's James. Knocked down immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
A negative way to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Motion from the wide receiver.
Ready, go!
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Left side, it's Warren. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
At 28. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Monarchs will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go, ready, go!
Right side, it's Denmark. Breaks into the open. The 40. The 30. He's at the touchdown, Monarchs. Rolled his way into the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't. I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back, they come out, execute. Nice job getting on the score.
And the Air Force offense ready to take over. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice game. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground too.
There's no doubt, man. They're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
In the backfield, it's Taylor. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get to you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Ready, 5, go, go!
Gives it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Got it behind the line. It's Wiggins. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Throws quickly. Makes the grab, but down immediately. He picks up a few.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Go, go!
They just keep firing. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Coming up, fourth down.
And the Falcons come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Quarterback changing the play.
Ready, go!
Gotta make the play on fourth. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, ODU. And what a turn of events as his defense gets the pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On the return, it's Lee. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line.
Ready, go!
Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Taylor.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Misses badly on that one.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
Ready, go!
Looking to throw on third. Out wide left, it's Wiggins. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, he can catch it too. He's running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way. He can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Under pressure. He sacked this defense all over him.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Preston. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
Red 18, red 18, go, go!
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wiggins. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do. And the Falcons line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Looking for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. That's reeled in. It's Newsome.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
And the Monarchs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Ready. Hey, move. Where did he go?
Hits inside. It's James. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Tackle is made.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Motion from the wideout.
Go.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on second and short.
Soldier. 80-52, soldier. Down, ready. Red 80. Red 80. Ready, go. Ready, go.
Pulls it on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it on fourth down. And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude run. They have fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
The Falcons now set to take over on
Here we go,
offense.
ready.
That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work.
Ready. Go.
Tells the run, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Ready. Go.
Running inside. It's James. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44.
Ready! Break! Booster! Chip! Go! Go!
Got his man downfield. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lee. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Ready! Blue 22! Where did he go?
Second down, gonna throw it. That's caught. It's Taylor. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw one first. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Ready, go!
Wants to go up top on second down. Right side, it's Preston. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Making the adjustment on the play.
Ready, go!
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Ready, go!
Leaves it in his belly. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
For the offense.
The Monarchs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Check it. 28-29 bounce. 28-29 bounce.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
Down, ready. Red 54, red 54. Jack, check. 1880 Mustang, 1880 Mustang. Go, go.
Hands it off. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Now they're going to throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Long way to go on 2nd down.
Black 14, black 14. Go! Go, go!
Looks as if he's going to run it. Could be an alley. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Here we go, ready. Where did he go?
He'll keep it again on the option. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
One of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed, try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Ready. Black 88, 95, 96 bridge. 95, 96 bridge. Go, go!
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start would back them up 5 at 2nd and long.
Where did he go?
Back to throw time running short in the half. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring it up. It's Lee. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take. As he stopped at the 14. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
Go, go!
Leaves it with the back. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And With that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. The Falcons will punt this one away. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 5 team, the Texas A&M Aggies.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's the Wildcats, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And I guess what they can take away from this one is they're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
And the Falcons with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
129, let's go!
And they've got the play bottled up. Boom, it's out. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20.
Return!
Looking to throw, it's Dawson. Makes the grab down the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Send out the offense to go to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The run inside. It's James. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature. They're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Go!
Hands it off. Jukes his way for more. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31.
Go!
Cuts it upfield. It's James. Defense all over him.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end, covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Shift. Where did he go?
On third down, he drops to throw. Got his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, ODU. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
492, waggle. Ready, go.
The ride. Enough to move the chains. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
And finally, we see a nice game. This is the best run of the game, man. This offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
you got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Back to pass, it's Dawson. He's got it down the middle.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th, and they can't move the chains.
Ready, go!
Wants to throw on 3rd. Left side is Preston. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Down, ready! Black 18! Black 18! Go, go!
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted a 4th down to keep the drive going.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
Go, go!
Quick give. It's Wiggins. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Go, go!
The give. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now a aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46?
Ready? Red 18, red 18. Where did he go?
They'll ride him again. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back. Get the yardage.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's changing the play.
Go, go.
Sets his feet. It's Dawson. Out wide right, it's Pickett. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Ready, go.
Drops back on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On the RPO, got him. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Monarchs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period.
Here we go. Set.
Just like that. Let's go.
Ready, go.
They'll ride the hot hand. Across the 45. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And a 1st down for the offense.
The Monarchs will have it 1st and 10.
Ready. Red 80. Red 80. Go, go.
Pulls it. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles. Got him on the ground.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
54. Go, go.
Hand it to the back. Here's a little room there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
15.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in there.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the 4th quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
The corners are walked up tight.
Where did he go?
Selling the fake. Out wide left, it's Newsom. Touchdown, Old Dominion. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. From deep, it's Lee. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with a pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Flag 14. Go, go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Wants to throw. It's Dawson. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set.
Ready, go.
Needs it here on 4th down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covered in downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
Ready, ready. Flag.
Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This offense has it with really good field position.
Ready.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Go.
Gives it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Ready, go.
Give to the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Man, he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Leaves it in his belly. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Falcons now set to take over on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The Falcons can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Left side is Taylor. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Falcons have it for the first and 10. To the air, it's Dawson. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got...
Goes high to pull it in. Oh, he's got some space. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Here to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get 6 points.
They'll need a bunch on second down.
Ready, 5. Jet. Ready, go.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Go.
From the gun, the ground game. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Trying to get started. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, it's picked off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Go, go.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.